Hinduism had played a part in my life, but I'm not a Hindu. And I can never be a Hindu.
Yes.
And I realized that Hindus have held their tradition so strong. And that's why they are what they are.
That's right. Thank you for mentioning that.
And then I realized that no, me as a black man from Africa, what is my tradition?
Thank you.
I am not a Hindu. I'm not a Jew. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not an Arab. So what I am and who am I?
Yes.
The Arabs have held their culture and their tradition. The Hebrews or the Jews have held their culture and their tradition. The Hindus have held their culture and their tradition. So how and who am I? Am I a Hindu? Am I a Christian? Am I a Jew? Am I a Hebrew? No, I am not. So I started looking for my roots. Even though I knew my grandfather was a traditionalist because we were brought from a Christian background, we saw that as evil. But after all these experiences, I decided to find myself. So when I came back to Ghana, I went to France and I was sent to France to do some things, and then all this, and then I came back to Ghana and I came to look for friends that I knew who were in this tradition. Luckily for me, they didn't die, they were still alive. And then I started asking them about what our ancestors did and how did they do it. And then I was initiated into Akai.
Akai, okay. Wow, that's beautiful. That looks like a kind of crystal.
Yeah, and this had been my don't leave home without it.
Okay, okay, beautiful, beautiful. So what system is that, Christopher? Sorry,
It's a voodoo. It's a voodoo.
Okay.
Yes. It's a voodoo. That's the other side. It's a voodoo.
Okay. Christopher, your camera is gonna fire. You're back.
Yeah, we are back. So it's a voodoo that I was introduced to.
Okay.
And Akai is a spirit from the sun sphere.
Wow. Okay.
It's a spirit that gives you life, gives you fame.
Okay.
And you are supposed to be seen.
Just like the sun.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was introduced into this voodoo, and it has done so much wonderful things in my life. My wife, who is Sena's mother and Pele's mother, she had 3 children for me earlier who did not survive. These are my personal and private matter, but I have to give it to people who are looking for the truth.
No, definitely. And as you can see from the comments, you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you to Christopher for being so open, yeah, and for sharing.
She had 3 children with me that did not survive. And when I got Akai told me that I will have a son. And that son is what you see today as Sena.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And the hospital said that my wife would never give a birth again because she was much older as a woman.
Yes.
And she won't give birth anymore because she has already lost 3 children with me, but she wouldn't give birth. So I asked Akai, is it possible for my wife to have a child? And Akai told me that yes, she would have a child. I thought it was a joke.
Even you doubted?
I doubted it because I didn't know. So I asked Akai that if he said so, then it should be. So when my wife Chieko got pregnant, I had to keep putting the oil of Akai on her tummy almost every night.
Wow.
To be able to protect the child that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe one day you will interview her too. She will tell you that at the time when Senna is kicking her tummy with his legs, the moment they put Akain's oil on the navel point, Senna sleeps quietly in her tummy.
Yep.
And that is voodoo.
Okay.
That spirit.
We're getting into it now. Christopher, where is Akai from? Which tradition?
From every tradition.
It's Ewe as well.
It's every tradition, but the name is more of Akan
Okay.
than Ewe. Akai, Dikai.
Right, yes. Yes.
The one who is the front, the general.
Yes. Diodikai.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yes. Wow. I'm learning a lot, you know. I should not forget myself and not ask my questions.
So Akai had been and had always been honest and truthful to me, and I had always respected him for his reality. And this is how I got back into voodoo. And slowly, through Akai, all other energies from different spheres, from the Mars sphere, Venus, from Jupiter, everything started coming to me. The spirits come, and then I associate myself with them, give them respect, and I work with them.
Beautiful. When you say you associate yourself with them and give them respect, Christopher, how do you mean?
It's that when I am introduced to them, I don't just look at them as objects, but I look at them as entities that have reality.
Good. You look at them as entities.
When I connect with them, they prove to me that they are not just objects, but entities that are real.
I love that. You're giving me a lot of quotables. You said you look at them as objects, not just objects, but entities with realities.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of what's the best way for me to describe it? Double meanings to that. Those
Yes.
Thank you.
Why I said so is that when you look at this, it's just you look at Akai or the bottle of Akai, it's just a bottle and certain things around it. And you just look at it as an object. But in reality, this is not just an object, but it's an entity which dwell in this object.